All right. I'm here. I made it. Monday, July 1. Can't believe it's July. Where are we at? 6:52 a.m. I think I almost didn't wake up. So I'm gonna wake up watching these bars form. See what's going on here. On the daily, interesting. Basically formed a second entry short. I don't know if this is actually a new low here. Yeah. No, it's not a new low, so it's not really a second entry short. It was from here, first entry, second entry short, failure. It got to the top and then got rejected. So easily can say we're coming down to here to the bottom Bollinger and the support level at the very least. So let's see. Measure this. We're past that. Okay. Ooh. All right, so while this does its thing in here, just gonna be right back. All right, I'm back. Oh, Roman's here. Roman says, do I need any advice? All right. Roman says, nice movement back, or nice movement. What does he say? There's nice back movement now, very strongly. Very. Yes, Roman. We see the bars going up. All right. So I'm going to do my usual routine. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait for my setups. I'm going to trade my way. And I'll be trading PA 11 and 12 together, as well as evaluation 43 if I see a trade I like. Right now we've got a new low, so we've got a first entry to the short side. We've gone more than measured move already, so I'm a little bit skeptical of shorts. One leg down, two legs down. So we'll just have to wait and see how things set up. Technically, a second entry just triggered below this bar. Obviously, not a short I'm looking for right there. Right, now we're at the previous day low. The New York session started right here. So there's already a lot of downward pressure in the overnight. But yeah, all of this was, see these white dashed lines is where the New York Open starts. So all of that was down. Right. We're coming up here, headed towards the previous day close, which will, well, there wasn't even a gap because we already got there, went through it. So there was no gap on this chart. All right, so we'll see if previous day close provides any resistance. The next level I would see is if the opening, interesting that the opening of the session and the opening of New York Open is basically together. So I did some playback over the weekend, just testing if I was able to take counter trades when there was a candle that closed outside of the Bollinger, with the theory that usually it has to come back inside the Bollingers once there's a candle that closes outside of it. But the problem with it is it's also sometimes the beginning of a really strong move in the continuous direction. So there were days where it would work really well, where there would be a close outside the top Bollinger, and then I'd be able to get like 5 points easily, like from here to here. Let's see, just from like the top of the body, if I could get in. See, there's 8.5 points, but a lot of times it moves so fast that you miss a lot of that move. So I'd be getting in late, like here, and then there wouldn't be the 5 or 6 points that I was looking for, and it would turn into a loss. So it wasn't a high probability trade in my back testing so far. There was like a day where it worked pretty good multiple times, but then on other days it was just like really low winning rate. And it really just depended on how fast I could get in the trade for this like move right here. But definitely not something I'm going to be looking to trade with on my PAs because I just see how low the winning percentage is. Although I gotta say, there was one time where I had such a huge runner that it worked really well. But I think it's a risky setup to try to just take it just based on that. Here you can see it's basically worked, but there was one bar where it went back up. So it's like, where do you put your stop? Because if you use this candle as where you would put your stop, then I'd likely get taken out of this trade before it then goes on to work. So not a very clear way to trade for me doing that. Roman says he's looking for a spot to buy after a short down move now. Cool, cool. Good luck if you take a trade. Are you trading today, Roman? So what I found best, what best works for me, again, over the weekend, is to just keep doing what I'm doing. I have a high winning rate. I get losses, but I go on a lot of nice win streaks. And even though I don't get a lot of trades, I get enough trades for what I'm trying to accomplish. So I'm just going to keep trading the way I've been trading. Let's see. PA11, by the way, I'm more than halfway to the goal to get a payout. I only need one more trading day to qualify for the amount of trading days. So then it's just all about getting to the profit target. And ways to go still here on this. Low over 2,300. I guess a little under 2,300, a little over 2,200. And then hopefully I could get some trades on these accounts starting today. And then this one, obviously a long way to go before I pass that. Really clear, strong leg up. This is one of those situations where there's a very clear, like, strong push through the midline of the Bollinger. So a lot of times if there's a setup that comes, it'll work to go in the same direction. There was no failure I would take. This isn't one I would take to go long here. But maybe if some kind of second entry to the long side might form with enough room, I might consider that. If it hits up here, then that's not what I'm taking. And it would have worked, but just don't like trading into resistance, possible resistance. Let's see how far it went. Some resistance, yeah, 10 points. The ATR, by the way, is high right now, 65 ticks. A little bit of resistance at the previous day close. So I'm always looking to see when those levels create support or resistance. So let's see if we can get through that or not. There is a measured move for another leg up, potentially. So it's a short week this week. Let's see. Wednesday, July 3, the market closes at 1:15 Eastern. So let me think about this. It closes at 1:15 Eastern. That means it closes at 10:15 Eastern in the morning for me. I don't think I realized that. And then, so it actually closes early on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, the market closes at 1 Eastern. Let me go back. Wednesday, the market closes at 1:15 Eastern. It reopens at 6 Eastern. That counts as a trading day, Wednesday on Apex. On Thursday, the market closes at 1 Eastern, so that's 10 in the morning for me. Reopens at 6 Eastern. It's not considered a trading day on Thursday. So Thursday is the real day that's markets closed. And then Friday is a normal trading day. Just for anyone that may not know. All right, so we're not getting the second leg up here. So no second leg up means we very well likely may go stronger to the downside. That's how I see it. Although there's an argument that I can make to say I can measure from here and then measure from wherever this pivot is. So that's another possibility, although it doesn't really look right to me, so I doubt it. But we'll see. Let me take this off. So if you were so positive that the bulls were taking over and we were going long, this shows that you never know what the market's going to do next. And this doesn't look right. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to assume we're going down. There's still room to the support level here on the daily chart and to the bottom Bollinger. I think we have all of that room to potentially go and even do it all in one day. It's not that far. It's 70 points. The other thing I could do is draw this just in case. Take this off. Let's see, does it? It's just going to go right through it, or is it going to hold? Let's see. Let's see if this level can hold. We already got a new low. Holds for now. So we've seen how these levels can be important levels. Previous day close, important level acted as resistance. And take this measured move off. I know we already got there from the top. All right, giving up the level now. Take this off. This thing is feeling very heavy. I could make the argument that I should be measuring from here, one leg, and look for a second leg, just to give as a potential target. Could go much further than that, but that's kind of like a starting point. That's kind of where the trend begins on that leg down. ATR has gotten higher. ATR is now 75 ticks. So gotta be really careful if I take a trade that I really like it, because it's likely to be a very high risk bar. That's kind of the great thing about trading with signal bars being your risk. You know when the risk is going to be higher or lower. But it's also the thing that sucks about the using a signal bar as your risk, because in high ATR situations, your risk could be really large. And sometimes it doesn't look like it's as big as what it really is. So So we'll see what happens here. I mean, we had a strong push through the middle Bollinger on the way up, and then we came right through it on the way down. So I wouldn't be surprised if the middle Bollinger acts as resistance. And I would consider a short off the middle Bollinger if I get a setup there. So we'll see. Roman shifts with the wind. He's calling for longs when the bars are obviously going green, and he's calling for bears when the bars are obviously going red. But he'll be calling out longs anytime he sees a green bar, and he'll be calling out bears anytime he sees a red bar. So we can just ignore all of that chatter for now. All right, so we're already back to the mid Bollinger line. I've got no setups currently on the table. So we'll just see what it kind of does right around here. I'm just going to draw this in down to this point now. Potential range. And again, right through the Bollinger. So not sure really what to make of that yet. ATR is now at 80 ticks. 80. It's very high ATR. You can see this, every bar is just huge right now. So let's see if this resistance level holds. Great movement so far today. Just it's very back and forth. You can see resistance playing a role, at least temporarily. This is a new high, first entry long, potential second entry long. Not sure I'm really looking for longs here. I almost look for a long that fails potentially. Yeah, the long was good. It's ironic that was actually one of the smaller bars that formed too. 43 ticks. All right, so no range here. This is off the table. So it's kind of funny because it went straight through the middle Bollinger 3 times in a row, 1, 2, and 3, without it being any kind of resistance. This one worked less as well as this one did. And now we're above the previous day close, but it could still get a little bit above it and then get resisted. So let's see what happens here. I mean, again, there's reason to believe that you'd have one leg up and the second leg up. And if that second leg fails, then I think we're going back down again. So it was a first entry, second entry short. Not a good setup. Wouldn't be surprised if previous day close basically stays as resistance here, even though it got a little bit above it. Still that level. Could keep price down. At the same time, very much looks like one leg up. And so you could think another leg up. Just that didn't work here. So this is really an important level right now. Lately, I've just had to be really patient, and my trades have been coming a little bit later in the day a lot, which is fine. Looking very much like a bull flag kind of situation so far. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it moves up. Wouldn't be surprised to retest the area of the open. This is also a failed second entry short, which I look for after a strong move right through the midline of the Bollinger, except that I don't like it here going right into the previous day close, because that's always an important level for me. So It's just a situation where I don't even consider a trade. All right, Bollinger's starting to tighten up, so should see a pretty big move in one direction or the other coming up pretty soon. But this thing has been pretty wide all of the regular hours so far. So it'd be really interesting to see which direction the market gets pushed into once this closes up. Just nothing to do with all this. Price action's getting really tight. Bollingers are squeezing. I'm just going to wait and see. I mean, to me, it seems like this level of previous day close is going to stay an important level and price is going to move under it, but we'll see. There's a new high here. There's a first entry long. Could be a failed breakout. Set up a long the other way off the bottom Bollinger. Here's what I'm talking about. But this bar got so big. Weakening here. This finishes strong. I don't love it. I think it's a failed breakout and likely could go back up here, but I'm just going to leave it alone. Yeah, that's what I was suspecting would happen there. It's a really big bar, 91 ticks. Failed breakout to the upside. So the second measured move up is still in play. I would have liked this better if it closed down here, and then I could have bought in for it to break back into the range. But this was entering in like the middle, so I didn't love it. Still closed inside this range. So again, very tight Bollingers. Previous day close acting as resistance, which is what I've talked about over and over again so far today. And currently no clear direction. Was a failure of a second entry long here, but not one I would consider, considering the potential support there. Right. And again, a second leg is not looking like it's going to be made to the upside. Right, and that level's not holding, and this is see what if it holds here. So yeah, I'm not really convinced either direction right now. It's just going sideways at this time. It's definitely chopping people up. People are convinced, like Roman, they think they know where the market's going next, and they go one direction, they get taken out of the trade. They go the other direction, probably get taken out of the trade. And I think people are just getting chopped up in this. This is clearly not looking like it's going to hold. So, and this is why I really keep track of these previous day closed lines and those sorts of levels, because you can see it just got there and played resistance the whole time. There's a new high here. There's a first entry long. Yeah, to close outside the Bollinger. This is one of those cases where if you could buy, it would immediately work. I tried to test that on playback this weekend, but it just had mixed results. So second entry long, right into that previous day's low. Kind of a tricky day so far for me. A failure here. If it ticks below. Did it tick below? It actually did tick below. It's hard to see that. Barely. Just tough price action. ATR still huge, over 81 ticks. I'm just not liking this price action. I'm going to step away for a couple minutes. I'm just going to turn off my accounts just to make sure nothing weird happens while I step away. All right. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm not liking the price action. I don't want to get caught in something that I'll regret. So go get some air, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Doesn't look like I missed a whole lot. There's just nothing I would trade here. Let me turn my accounts back on. All right. So it definitely looks like the market's rolling over, which makes me believe we'll make it all the way down here today. Let's see. Definitely expect two legs. Right, so this was a second entry, new high here. First entry, second entry, off a bearish signal bar. Just one of those days that it's like every time traders start to get bearish, the market tries to turn bullish. When traders get bullish, the market turns bearish. So it's kind of a tricky day so far, I think. So another measured move that doesn't reach. It's just, today's the day. Every time I mark out a measured move, it doesn't go there. It's interesting. And it's not like it's just in like a range. It's really just mixed. It's pretty interesting. What's interesting is, you know, a really large ATR, obviously volatility is very high. It's a holiday week. And even though there's big movements in both directions, it just can't really decide where it wants to go. Now it can't even get to the previous day close so far. I mean, this has been pretty solid resistance here now, just before it. I might consider a second entry short. Actually, I want to do it on engulfing though. Try that. Uh-oh. Don't like the way it's reacting right now. Put it back. It's going to be a loss, I think. Yeah. That's a bummer. You know, I lose on these a lot that look just like that. I gotta remember that. Looks very much like a trade I've lost before. All right. So I become one of the chopped up. Flat midline, probably right in the middle. Yeah, right in the middle. Probably should have drawn the bottom one. You know, drawn the full range, because that could have kept me out. Looking at like I'm in the middle. And that'll go where I thought, right? Because it's not really a swing here. That's the problem. Not really a swing if you look at it. I know I always get fooled on these trades. It looks just like the trades that always lose for me. I gotta figure out a way to avoid those. It's like the one candle things. But I had a bearish bias, so that's why I took it.
Let me take stylies on that trade. Tricky, tricky day. So that takes this off the plate. Not hitting the measured move again, which is why I was looking for a short there. Back up to the key level of the previous day close. I wonder if this is ultimately going to be a leg up and a leg up with a two-leg correction in between. Suppose that's possible. Roman, I don't know if you're trying to put me on tilt, but I'm about to just start blocking your messages. So I'm not upset that I took a loss here. I'm just upset because the loss looks like every time I've been taking losses lately, this is what they look like. So I feel like this is a pretty easy one for me to skip, like I skip so many other things. But this is like my kryptonite setup. And I think the key of it is just the nature of the horizontal midline. It's pretty straight across. And it never helps when you get a loss and you have a know-it-all in your chat. I've got no idea what this market's doing at the moment. And again, it just can't get past this level.
It just keeps going. Okay, take that off. To me, this is just a hard day to trade, in my opinion. Seems like every day's hard lately.
think the biggest problem with my trade earlier is I've a measured move down, but it didn't reach it here. It made one leg up. I think I've got to keep in mind it made a new low off of this. So I think it's just in the middle. It's like you could expect another leg up. You've already got 2 legs down. Kind of lost sight of that. Bounced off the previous day, closed now, so acting more support on this side. New low here. First entry short. I was kind of hoping this would come back down, create a second entry short, and also give a second entry long. It's not happening. It's just going. Maybe if it comes back down here. Problem now is I don't know. I don't know what the market's doing. All right, I don't really know what I'm looking at here. I'm gonna go see my daughter. She's having breakfast before school. Just gonna turn off my accounts real quick. I think a couple minute break probably be a good thing for me. I'm not seeing the market clearly. I was already feeling that way earlier. Took a loss. And don't want to do anything stupid right now, so I'm just gonna take like 15 minutes or something, be with my daughter, and I'll be back in a little bit. I'm back. Turn my accounts back on. Try to stay focused, and I'm going to trade 11 and 12 again with 43, and I'm going to add 13 to the account as well. So hopefully it'll be a win. Let's see. Got up to the opening price. Let's see any trades I would have taken. I wouldn't be surprised if it rejects here and comes back down and doesn't reach that measured move, since today has been a day of not reaching measured moves. All right, we continue to just Not really have any ideas right now. What's going on here? Did I lose data? It's not moving. That's very strange. My data just quit. All right, let me turn off this screen. What is going on? That's bizarre. Turn off the screen and try to reconnect, even though it's not saying there's any problem with the connection. Maybe it's just trying to tell me I should stop trading for the day. It's not my kind of day. Is there something going on with the market? It's still not moving. What is happening here? I'm not getting dead. This is bizarre. The market is not moving for me. Everything says it's connected. Something going on. That's really weird. It's moving on my Thinkorswim. Maybe it's a sign. I should be done for the day. I'm going to turn my accounts off until this is sorted out. All right, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to give it a minute. I'll be right back. All right, so this is really bizarre. Still not working. Just gonna turn this off again. And I usually connect through my live broker connection directly. Let me just try to connect with Rhythmic first and see if that makes anything be different. Whoa. All right, so obviously this wasn't all in one bar. Let me change this and see. Wow, okay. I mean, that's obviously not correct. But at least I'm getting data now. Oh, I forgot to turn it back on. Hey, now. I don't know how to say your name properly, probably, but yeah. Now it says sucks PA11 so close to payout request always happens. Yeah. Yeah. I know the losers are going to come, so I just got to manage it. Really don't know what to do about my data here. It's like the data wasn't working. Maybe I need to... Here, let me turn this off again. Let me just close Ninja and reopen it, I think, and see if that helps. I'm getting a phone call. Be right back. All right, so that was my wife calling to tell me that she forgot that she didn't actually sign our daughter up for school for this week since it was the July 4th week. And she just took her to school. And they just called her and said, hey, why is Luna here at school today? She's not supposed to be here today or this week. So she has to go pick her up and bring her back, which means I'm going to have to stop when she gets back. So that's always great when you have a started off with a loser. But again, maybe it's just another sign that I shouldn't be trading today. I don't know. All right, let's see what happens here. I'm just trying to connect. Wow, so I don't know what's going on, but like CGQ data just seems to be no good. I've never seen that happen before. It's really strange. So if I disconnect that, Just go right for Rhythmic. It's really weird. I've never had a problem with my live data feed before. I wonder if there's something that happened because it's the first, if they didn't renew it properly or something. Let's see if Rhythmic connects. So again, a gap though. This is really weird stuff. It's all a sign that I'm just going to have to accept my loss and not trade anymore, I think. Try this one more time. Maybe I'll clear my cache. Well, today pretty much sucks. All right, so I'm not going to connect CGQ at all. Just go to Rhythmic. Anonymous Giraffe says Rhythmic issues reported in Discord. Well, it's weird because I'm having issues with not just Rhythmic, but I'm having issues with CGQ from my live account. I mean, look at that. It was like there was no data. And then, so this is just connecting with Rhythmic. No data, maybe a little bit here. And then all in one bar it shows it. But I've never seen CGQ not be able to connect before. Well, not that I can't connect, it was connected and it was just showing no data at all. Oh wait, I didn't turn my screen back on. So this is weird. So now I'm connected only through Rhythmic. CGQ is the connection for the live brokerage on NinjaTrader. So usually I connect to that first, and so that's actually how I'm getting my data for my bars. And then I connect to Rhythmic secondarily, which is how it connects for my trades for Apex. Anonymous Giraffe is saying people can't close orders. Well, I'll hope that it's a big enough problem that they decide to reset my accounts for today, and maybe I'll get lucky. Although my trade was way earlier, so I don't know. Usually they'll be like, no, you weren't in the window. So I guess I'll turn on my Apex Discord and see what they're saying in there. Okay, yeah. So Anonymous Giraffe, thank you. Apex closed chat on Discord while they investigate problems all morning since 6:15 a.m. with some people. Ah, perfect. So I'm gonna say it was definitely a problem. I definitely had a problem here, and they should reset my accounts. For all those 2 weeks where I didn't take any trades because of their problems, and they were resetting people's accounts right and left, they should reset. They should definitely reset this for me today. I'm gonna hope and pray. So I guess that's my answer. I'm not going to trade anymore. I got a loss, and I'm going to hope that they'll say that there are problems all day and they'll reset the accounts. But literally, I mean, I think it's bigger than Apex, honestly, because let me try this again. I guess I don't need to turn off my. So I'm going to disconnect Rhythmic for a second. I'm going to just connect. This is, so CGQ is Continuum. by the way. So Continuum is what I usually connect to first, which connects my live brokerage account. And yeah, look at that. So Continuum also had a data problem. But it's weird because I don't see anything strange or different on Thinkorswim. The data on NQ looks continuous. So I'm not really sure what's going on. But clearly Rhythmic having issues at the same time as Continuum had issues. Because I'm not even connected to Rhythmic now. This is just on Continuum, and you can see this data is like that. And then the data came back at the same time that it looks like Rhythmic is working too. I don't know if there was like a complete Rhythmic issue. It looked like there was based on what I'm seeing. So I'm going to disconnect this again. And I was refreshing I refreshed my database cache as well. So here, I'm going to try one last time to connect to Rhythmic directly. Got to my measured move, by the way. All right, so Rhythmic is back connected. Yeah, so it looks the same here. I mean, if I change it to 2 minutes and change it back, so it loads. Yeah, it's not even on 2 minute. It shows up like that. So really, really bizarre stuff. There's been some weird things in the market lately, I gotta say, ever since the GameStop thing started. If you want to believe in the conspiracy theories. So I'm done. I really, really hope that they will do me a favor and reset my accounts today. I won't count on it, but it would be nice if that were to happen, since there's clearly problems going on. Either way, I'll be prepared. Either way, I did take the $780 loss today. It's a bummer. I was halfway, a little more than halfway to the goal of a payout. The reality is I won $790 one day last week. So I really just lost one day of work if this holds. And then same thing with this one. So I'm back to where I was basically before my wins last week. So hopefully they'll do me a favor and reset them. I mean, I don't really care about this account. It's not my prime focus. These are. But if these losses stick, I've still got plenty of cushion. What do I got? 1,600, about 1,700, a little less. So it's not devastating, and I've still got these accounts, so I'm not going to let today get me down. And maybe it'll be my lucky day, and they'll reset these accounts, and I'll come back tomorrow like this loss never happened. All right, so really hard to promote Apex's 80% discount if they're continuing to have technical problems with Rhythmic. But there's the code if you were to want to use it. It is very disheartening to know that there's issues. But again, I have a sense that this could be a bigger problem than just Rhythmic or just Apex. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if this is more of a bigger glitch than just Rhythmic and Apex. Now says Apex needs to do something with their servers. It can't handle all the traders. Yeah, but like I was saying, I have direct evidence that this is not just a Rhythmic issue, because here I'm going to disconnect. Again, I'm disconnecting Rhythmic, and I'm just going to connect my Continuum from my NinjaTrader live brokerage account. And it shows the same thing here. And even when I refreshed the data and exited NinjaTrader and went back in, look, this is now continuum data, and it's got the same gap, the same issue back here. So I don't know. There's something potentially bigger going on. It's bizarre. I mean, I agree now. There's been a lot of issues with Apex, and I'm not just sitting here trying to like defend them, because I agree with you that they can't be having the kind of issues they've been having. But this is literally the first time where I've seen this sort of issue happening that seems to concur at the same time with the continuum connection having a problem that matches as far as my data. So it seems like some people didn't have a lapse in data like I did to have this gap, and they're having problems with their orders, closing orders and whatnot. I guess. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. But to me, this is like something really even more concerning that I'm seeing the same problem on my continuum connection. So if I was in my live account trading, I don't know what would have happened. But yeah, I don't know how NinjaTrader would have dealt with it. So all in all, a pretty shitty day. I got a loss and this issue here with the connection and who knows what else. So yeah, I don't feel quite right in promoting Apex right now, given the current technical issues, whether it's just their issues or a bigger issue, market systemic issue. There's been a lot of weird things lately. Ever since the GameStop thing started to happen again in May, there was that day where Berkshire Hathaway had the day where it showed a 99% loss at some point in time during a day of trading. And that's like a hugely priced stock that obviously wouldn't go to almost zero in a single day. I mean, it went from what, 2,600 or whatever it is, I forget the number, all the way down to like $170 at one point, and then it shot back up. There's what I'm seeing today, but there was something else too. That happened on like multiple stocks that day with Berkshire Hathaway, I remember. And then there was like some weird glitching on some other stocks, if I remember, on another day. Anyway, there's definitely some weird stuff going on. Also, today is the first day of the implementation of some of the CAT results, if you're aware of what that is, with the regulations about derivatives and failed to deliver on some of the trading. So I don't know. There might be something bigger at play that is just not clear right now to me since I'm not watching anything. But this is definitely concerning. I really, really hope they reset my accounts. That would be a really fortunate thing for me today, because quite frankly, I know better than take this trade. This is not the trades that I've been taking where I've been winning. This is exactly the trades that I've been losing on previously. So yeah, I'm going to go look around the internet, different people's YouTubes. My daughter's going to be home really soon. It's kind of just a weird, messed up day. Like the fact that my wife took my daughter to school on a day where apparently she didn't sign up for this week. And I don't remember her ever telling me that she was going to do that, where it was going to be a no school week on July 4th. So I can only imagine my daughter, I don't know if she's going to be really happy that she's not going to be in school, or if she's going to be really upset because she was already there. But she's coming back, and my wife has work to do today. So I'm going to have to take care of my daughter anyway. So it's almost like a perfect day for this to happen in a way. But not, because I'm frustrated. I really wanted to continue trading. My game plan was to trade account 13 and then still trade 43, 11, and 12 and see if I can chip away at getting a little bit back while improving another new account. So that was going to be my game plan. But I also really hate the price action today. And you know what? This week might just be a really weird week with the short day Wednesday short day Thursday that doesn't even count as an actual trading day, and then back for a full day on Friday. I mean, it's just a really strange week, and it's starting off really strange, and we know it could just get stranger. So if they reset these accounts, I'm going to be really, I mean, if you think I'm tight with my trading already, I'm going to be really tight the rest of the week, just because to me, this is like red flag all over it, right? So I'm going to call it here. I think I've said it all. And I appreciate everyone that's come by now. I don't know if it's Nao or now, but I appreciate you commenting in the chat. I hope you'll continue to come by and do so. It was a bummer today to pick up the loss, but I'm not going to let it. I'm not going to let it interfere with what I've been doing lately. I feel like I'm onto something. I just need to clean this up. This is, I know better than this trade. And I knew it. I mean, it was pretty clear the second that the trade started going against me so fast. Maybe when that happens, maybe I need to just cut my losses. But sometimes, it still turns around and you get lucky and get a win. So it's really hard to cut your losses early trading the way I trade. But that's just so weird. All right. There's no reason for me to continue. It's a bizarre enough day. Obviously, Apex has admitted there's issues. They say to stop trading. They're looking into it. Did they actually say to stop trading? No, they never even put a notice up, but they acknowledged it in the main chat of their Discord and say they're investigating. So maybe fingers crossed, I'll get lucky and the loss will get wiped away. But I don't really know what else to say, so I'm going to call it. Thanks for watching. I hope you'd like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's wait and see what happens. And I'm going to investigate and see if it seems like there's bigger issues at hand. And I'll report back tomorrow. I'll be back usually around market open. I was a bit late today. Start about 20 minutes after market open. But in general, I should be on by 10 Eastern latest. And at the earliest, I'll start around market open. Just depends. Today, I just had a really hard time waking up. All right. Thanks, everyone. Good luck. If you're trading on Rhythmic, obviously, best idea is to just not trade. All right.